Hello, chums, and welcome to the I-51-2 Cup final, best of 5 series, although we do have one game advantage already for Infused, who got here through the winners bracket. They will be facing Dwayne the John Rockson, who got here through the losers bracket. You've just met the teams. Durka, how do you think it's going to go?
I think it's going to be a great series. They met in the upper bracket final, and it was a really
great
series.
Great
3 games, and I think Infused took 2-1.
Yep.
Both games with Wraith King.
Indeed, yeah, my build that I gave them.
Yep, definitely your build.
First, definitely my build. The players are in the lobby. We're going to be getting ready to go soon. But this tournament, I think these two teams were pretty much destined to get here. I think we've got the right final, if you like. And I hope you guys are going to see some top Dota. I'm sure we will. What about strats? I was speaking to Infused. Have you been speaking to Rhymestack at all?
Yeah, I had a chat with Rhymes the other night, sitting behind Reason and watching them play, seeing how they fared. And he was talking about different heroes and how they feel comfortable playing certain heroes and certain strats, but there are other heroes which require so much skill and dedication to training that hero. They're not quite there yet.
Okay. I mean, I know Infused, we brought out the SK strat, if you like, and a couple of other ones, but they do have some more things up their sleeve, they assured me. So we're into the picks and bans stage now, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes. We've got first ban for Infused, and they banned Nyx. And Dwayne banning Invoker, I guess. Rhymes Invoker in the last couple of games that we've seen has been absolutely phenomenal. Certainly the playoff against Reason, I thought in the first game there he was fantastic. So are you surprised to see them ban him?
Well, I was talking to Tom the other day, and he was saying you cannot underestimate Cook's Invoker. You cannot do it. And Rhyme's team have taken second pick here, not opting for the first pick. They got to choose. Taking second pick, allowing Infused to take that first pick, seeing what they're going to go for if they give away any kind of strat early. I don't think they will. They don't usually throw their cards out on the table too early on.
Indeed. So we've seen an Ember Spirit ban, and those are both heroes that we've seen Rhyme run, actually, in this tournament, and run them very well. It's funny that you were saying, I think we were talking in one of the casts earlier where you said that he's not entirely comfortable in Ember Spirit, but I've also heard that he loves Ember Spirit, and he's all about it, and he's very comfortable playing Ember Spirit. Mind games.
Yeah, well, he plays with people like Bisa and Supercell, and he was telling me that talking to Bisa, there are things you can do with Ember Spirit which he hasn't quite grasped yet. So he knows you can do them, but there's always that element of super skill.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I know that I spoke to Infusion. They did say they did not want to have to face Rhymes Naga Siren. He's very good at it. He takes it mid, and he does it very well. We've also seen a lot of really good Ancient Apparition play out of, is it Whelp who plays Ancient Apparition, isn't it? Yeah, and I think in that game 1 that I saw in the playoff against Reason, they were absolutely phenomenal, I think. He was very, very good. Gets that Ags up on A and just becomes absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, watching that game against Reason as well, when they had Axe and Centaur, they would blink in, try and initiate on 2 heroes. But the Ice Blast coming over the top, they rely so heavily on sustaining through fights, it just absolutely mitigates all of that. Silence a second pick from Infused.
Yeah, this is interesting, because when we were watching some of the games, I was watching them with Infused, and they're big fans of Silence, so they pick him quite often. I mean, what we've seen so far in the draft is Rhymestack, or Dwayne the John Rockson, tending to ban Doom very early on, because he's very good against certain heroes that they like to play, Invoker and Ember. But since they've banned Invoker and Ember, it's perfectly fine for them to leave Doom in there. But they've taken Silencer instead. Venom banned, Wraith King banned by Infused. This is funny because they tend to run him as a support Wraith King, whereas Infused run him more as a sort of carry Wraith King. How legit do you think support Wraith King is?
He's pretty good, and we see Whelp go stat stun build because you want to try and get as many stuns out as you possibly can. But he's very tanky. He obviously comes back to life with his ultimate, but that stun cannot be underestimated. I think it's on a 9-second cooldown. It's got plenty of damage. It's got a slow after the stun as well. So you've got that long duration team fight possibility there.
What about the carry build that we've seen out of Infused, the Mjolnir Radiance? Are you convinced by it, or do you think it's not something that would really work
I love it.
You do like it?
Yeah, when I play with my mates Dupes in that team, he loves Wraith King. He calls him Swag King, just the way he swaggers across the map.
Right. But I mean the build where you go Radiance and Mjolnir. And
I think it's great.
Okay. Marana, very popular in this tournament and in Dota in general. I'm bloody sick of seeing Marana, quite honestly. But we'll see. Yeah. So it will be a mid Nagasaran, AA, Marana, and Rubik. Very quick picks here, but quick picks and bans. These teams know what they want to do, and they also know each other pretty well, I think, at this stage. Crystal Maiden, third pick. That will probably be the 2 supports out of the way. So now we're looking at a mid and a carry.
Well, Tyrants could take that Batrider mid up against the Naga. It is a possibility, though. Batrider likes to get up in the face once he's got a few stacks of napalm up. And Nagasaran can turn that around very quickly with Riptide and Snare. Now that is an interesting pick.
Yeah. Well, round of applause for Zeus there, people. Big fans of him. I think that's the first time we've seen him in the tournament, certainly in one of the games that we've cast. I mean, there were lots of games that we didn't cast and he might have been picked in. But,
It's definitely not a common hero.
No, indeed.
I think what they want to do is try and nuke Naga into Oblivion before she can get swung off, but also be able to use that ultimate to scout out where these guys are. Because they love doing smoke gangs with AA, Mirana, Rubik. They can roam around the map, find pickoffs on heroes like Crystal Maiden. But with that Zeus ulti, if you think, hang on, no one on the map.
Yeah. Not to mention the Mirana ult as well, of course.
Exactly. Because it won't do damage, but it will reveal them.
Tidehunter. Okay. So I think we're starting to see how these lanes are going to shape up.
Axe.
And Axe as
again.
well. Zeus and Axe. These are unusual. I did not expect to see either of these heroes picked here. We saw Reason run Axe. It did not work out.
Well, it worked out for the first 10 minutes. They got quite a few kills.
Overlays. Whoever's in charge of the overlays.
They got quite a few kills in the early game, just battle hunger going onto these lanes and demolishing those low HP heroes early on, because people rely so heavily on spellcasters in the mid and safe lane roles.
Shout out to Keeper of the Strats, Pyrian Flax.
That's run over the teams.
Title. Rhyme will be playing the Naga Siren. He'll be taking that mid. Tom on the Mirana. Fodor and Whelp. Fodor on the Rubik and Whelp on the AA. He's been absolutely superb on AA in this tournament. Mute on the off-lane Tidehunter.
Over on the Radiant side, we have Cook on that Crystal Maiden. Unusual.
Yeah.
Usually it's Elia.
On the Zeus.
I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Support Zeus.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess he's got good spells.
Yeah. And we've seen Richie play carry, but never a carry silencer. And we've got Tyrese on that Axe.
Mid-Axe. How about that? So obviously they're thinking, if the Naga Siren goes, you've got the spin to win, battle hunger as well, I guess. So I know Axe mid, pretty legit. You do see quite a few people taking him there.
They're sort of first picked up by Ice of Zenith before TI2 when they showed, hang on, you know, Axe is a legitimate hero.
Yeah.
He can do so much damage. But I think against heroes like Naga, it's a pocket strat where you can throw him in there. Illusions are going to get wrecked by that counter helix, and Battle Hunger could force her off the lane. She relies heavily on bottle crowing, so that Battle Hunger is going to force her to take the courier completely away from the rest of her team.
Absolutely, yeah, it could be interesting. I hope you guys are ready for some Dota. We've had a little pause here for a second. I don't know why, but we will be back shortly, I'm
It's
sure.
not Faldor's mouse issues, is it again?
Well, we've had mouse, or Musi, as
Masui.
Masui misspelled, but yeah, mouse issues for people, you know, at LAN, like I said, computers don't travel well, and they hate to be moved around, especially mice. But we shall see how it goes. We've had some good games between these guys. The last playoff went to a third game. What would you say was the highlight of that game between Infused and Reason?
I think just
Infused and Rhymestack.
Just the fact that the game was so even, so balanced for 20 minutes, and then Infused literally flicked the switch. They had these big items. They went for the key objectives, tier 1 towers, but they didn't exactly go for the tower. They didn't just go to the damaged tower and get it down. They went behind the tower, for instance, on the bot lane Dire, and took the fight to Rhyme, who was on the front lines with that Quaswex Invoker.
Yeah. I think I actually spoke to Infused about it. They were really gutted to lose that second game. I think they felt that they could have done it, but the way that the Rhyme stack seems to work to me is that they don't necessarily need to get a really early advantage because they're so good at sort of pulling it back just gradually, inch by inch, and being that kind of disciplined Dota. And we know that they have very good farmers, and they're good. I mean, their rotation around the map, their response time, they jump into fights very quickly, and they execute very well. Infused, I think, I like the way they play as a team. They always seem to have good coordination, and they do have a really good idea of how to counter and what picks. I think their picking has improved a huge amount. And by the way, they were I-50 champions, so this is their chance to defend their title. So I think they would be the first Dota 2 UK team to win back-to-back lands.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right. I mean, a lot of pressure is put on Rhyme in that solo mid. People like to focus him and just go and kill him over and over again.
Yeah.
And we saw that was really Reason's downfall.
It was,
because Mute, Whelp, and Faldor on these supports create so much time and space for Rhyme in the mid game to just sit back, farm efficiently, methodically, gradually bring the game back. Because when it's 20 minutes in and your enemy has, you know, a 3 to 4k gold lead, that's not meaningful when you've got heroes which can make a massive impact 10 minutes later on.
Absolutely. And they do like to split push quite a bit. They're quite big on that, aren't they? I can't remember if Lycan was banned out in the pick stage. I'm going to assume he was. But they've run in this tournament quite a few pushing strats. 1 sec, says Tone. We're not being impatient, Tone. We're waiting. keyboard language is Polish. Oh, that's because of the last guys that were up there, I guess, were Polish. So what do you think you build as Axe here against Naga? Do you think Blade Mail, Blink Blade Mail, and just get in there and eat the illusions?
I think you could go bottle Arcane Mech and go for the utility build, but I really believe he wants to get a Blink Dagger as early as possible.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be able to jump in, catch Naga unawares, Berserker Call, try and get as many spins off as possible. Then you've got Zeus ulti, you've got Silence, Global Silence from Silencer, back to Lasso. So they've got plenty of ways to lock her down before she can use Song of the Siren and escape.
Indeed. That, the Silencer ulti actually is a really good counter for them to initiate with Naga. With the Silence, she can't sing and run away, which is a big part of the way that Ryan plays, which is quite defensive, just to farm, just to push, get those items and become unkillable. So Silencer is a good counter to
and
that,
Naga doesn't buy BKB. It is not an item for Naga, really.
So there you go. So let me just think about the laning here. Tidehunter off, he's pretty beef, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you take Kraken Shell, how early do you take it if you're going to be solo enough? Do you just take it level 1 and just like...
It depends who you're against, because you could be against, in the old days of Tide offlane, you'd usually be against a solo melee hero, something like Bounty Hunter, if the enemy figured you out. So you'd go for Anchor Smash, try and last hit, dominate the lane, reduce their damage. But if he's going to try and be more aggressive on this Batrider, maybe early levels in Gush, Kraken Shell can be good to dispel the sticky napalm.
Right. So I'm not sure if the keyboard and the keybinds are broken.
Regeneration.
Was it Tyrant or Tone? So Tone is, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out for him. We'll have to wish him the best. But his keybinds are all messed up. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out for him. Maybe between this game and the next we'll try and get that fixed. But that could be a factor here.
And it's not like he's playing a hero that just presses one button.
Yeah.
He's got to be constantly moving his hero, getting sticky napalm on the enemy.
This could be tricky for him. So it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane, Zeus, CM, and Silencer. Silencer getting the farm, I presume, since it's Richie. They do like Silencer a lot. He's a pain in the neck to lane against. And Mirana shouldn't be getting much out of this lane.
I'm just watching mid. Tyrok's taking a lot of damage from Rhyme's Riptide.
Oh, yeah.
He has expended half of his mana pool to do so, though. He's waiting on that bottle, which is on the way on that courier, being pulled some tangos and only buying 2 branches.
Indeed. In terms of initiation, they've got double blink here. They should be able to get a blink on the Axe and the Batrider, and that's good. The Rock, they've got initiation with the Song. They can walk in with that, but the Silencer is a good counter to most of their setup, because if he's Sun, all he has to do is mash R and hope he can get the Silence off before Tidehunter can get his ult off, so we'll have to see how that goes.
That's why we might see Song used more defensively to back off of fights. Then we have Tidehunter, AA, some big teamfight ultimates.
Rhyme, get called. I think if he wasn't quite, I think there was a creep that had tower aggro, but that's what you want to do, is get that Berserker's Call when someone's under a tower, and that's pretty unpleasant for them.
Yeah,
but,
interesting skill build from Florence, though. Not going Battle Hunger yet.
No, it's interesting. I think because it's so easy for Rhyme to purge the Battle Hunger with a Riptide that it's not worth it. You're better off just calling him, getting the spins in the creep wave. Look at the damage. I mean, that's an awful lot of damage. Rhyme not having much fun.
3 spins in a row.
Yeah, Spin Lord. The RNG gods, if they can favor Axe mid, it goes well.
When I was sitting behind Dread when he was jungling with Axe, he span about 6 times in a row.
I saw it.
He literally turned around and looked at me and went, "What's going on?" Never get that lucky.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know if you saw that point. It was in this part of the bot lane where he blinked into a creep wave that had the neckbook creeps in and almost died to the neckbook creeps, and then
if
got
it's spun one more time, that red one would have died.
And then he got sunstruck by Rhyme as well. So you got to be careful with Axe. Sorry to rub that in or remind you about it, Dread.
Incursion into the jungle here, stopping that pull through from Whelp. So well spotted out there, and Richie going to get some farm. Whelp might be a little bit out of position here. Can they go for him?
Let's find out. It's been fairly steady so far in terms of last hits and so on. Rhyme leading the way as usual with 16 last hits. Tyrese needs to be careful here. He's covered in illusions, but look at that, one spin and they're almost all gone. Rhyme, I mean that's level 2 spin. Once that's maxed, those illusions are just going to explode.
Well, this bot lane, Toad's in a bit of trouble. Anchor Smash, Mute backs up. Firefly and Napalm are on the go, but that's a 1.
Yeah,
with
that one.
Plenty of charges on it.
Yeah. You've got to get a wand if you're going up against Batrider. And he's got his strength boots now, 3.5 minutes in. So that's
look at Rhyme playing with Tyrox.
I didn't see it. What was he doing?
He had a haste rune and he was running back and forth, gets Riptide on, dodges a spin, then goes back in. Tyrox goes for a sneaky Berserker's Call, but Rhyme back up the ramp.
It's good now. I can see your screen much easier. I can just turn my head to the left. I don't have to look all the way over there. That's
Production.
Good. Production. Hashtag values.
How are we looking for farm on this top lane? 9 for 0 on that Mirana, not doing so well.
No.
Once again, we see Richie completely out farming on this aggressive tri lane.
He farms very well. They like to back him up with that aggressive tri lane, but he's very good at farming. Good player in general. I really like both these setups. I think I can't really think of much of a weakness in either team, which is why this should be a pretty close game.
I think a big problem is the last word spam coming out on this Mirana. She doesn't want to throw an arrow or leap away and waste that.
That's why Silencer is such a pain in the neck to lane against for some heroes, especially. I mean, if you're someone like a Skeleton King, you're in massive trouble. You know, you're going to just have to eat that the whole time. So Silencer, great pick. Very annoying to play against.
Mute might be in a bit of trouble. Tone going for the aggressive play. A couple more stacks of napalm, but once again.
A checking top. Well, eating a lot of damage here. They're messing with the pull. He's trying to pull, but it's not working out. They all went around and chased him off. He's down to less than half health now.
Oh, mid lane. Tyrox getting a late spin there.
Tone bottom lane. One more punch. No, Mute doesn't want to chase him in through the Firefly. And Batrider was down to about 80 health. But Mute, thinking discretion, the better part of valor, decided he doesn't want to chase him in the fire, get tied up and end up overextending.
See, a lot of the time, something like that would be beneficial to you, not getting the kill on Tone.
Arrow catches Richie.
Gonna go down
first
now.
blood. Cook will get it. And is there going to be follow-up here? And Elia turns around, putting a lot of damage down. I think Tom with the leap, one more attack. Does he have arrow in 5 seconds? She's going to freeze. Elia will drop. But they did get the first blood. Going to Cook. And that's 2-1, actually.
And they took down Richie as well.
Yeah.
That carry hero really going to start suffering. They're not giving up on this aggressive tri lane.
Look at that. So much damage. About just less than a quarter of her health, I think, just from one spell. Pretty crazy. Mute here, not looking too healthy. I think Tone could get him here. He's got a couple of stacks on him. No.
And another salve. I think that's the 3rd or 4th salve Mute has brought out to himself.
I mean, all he needs to do here is just not die. That's basically his job, isn't it? Don't
not die, hit level 6, get arcane boots, and you're fine.
Yeah. Ryan.
Denying.
Yeah. Tyrox, level 7, got his tranks, over halfway to his blink dagger, and that's when they can really start to fight here.
See, Tranquils are a weird choice for me in this mid lane, because it's not like he's in the jungle where he can drop the Tranquils, go into the creep camp, pick them back up and regen. He is constantly on the front line, getting hit, wanting to get hit so he can spin on Rhyme.
Yeah. I just think that he feels, look, this way I'm not going to get a bottle and I can't control the rune, so I can go stand back by the tower, and at least, you know, I can get some kind of regen.
Push the lane out, go back to the tower, heal up.
Chill out, stay in XP range and just heal up. Mute could be in big trouble. He's got 3 stacks, Flame Break. He might just burn down here. One more to attack should do it. He's got so many stacks of tar on him. One more to attack, and there you go. Tidehunter going down. The crowd going wild. Tone here, getting a kill. That's always nice. 24 last hits. How's he doing in terms of farm? Well, actually, Infused have got three good levels of farm going on here.
3 core heroes out farming the 3 on the dire
But look
side.
at Axe keeping up here with Rhyme.
He was lagging behind a little bit with the Riptide spam, but once he's got these more levels in Berserker's Call, Rhyme is incredibly scared of getting up to that creep wave.
Absolutely. Not one level in Battle Hunger, because like I said, you know, it's too easy for him to purge it. But remember, Rhyme can go use his illusions to go and farm the jungle.
So you see, as often as possible, Rhyme is trying to drag the enemy creep wave back towards his tower, so he doesn't have to face Tyrox 1v1.
Lots of pings going off top, and they're saying, look out, Fodor's coming in. There goes the Zip Zap Zoop from Zeus.
Ooh, Cook.
Arrow.
Flies.
Tom in trouble. Cook.
Sleep.
Oh, he leapt. Very nice. Well, just might survive here. Elia's only level 4.
Yeah.
If she was level 6, this would be a triple kill right here, maybe.
Not quite, but close.
225. She'd kill the Rubik, maybe. The Mirage, I reckon, is pretty close.
25% magic resistance as well. So you'd be doing about 180. Yeah.
Regenerate.
I'm sorry.
How's his mana boots?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, he's got a bottle. I thought he might just rush a blink, but he's...
No, he wants to carry on this lane, sustain as long as he can, because once Tide leaves...
Oh, well, coming in here, going on Tyrese. Could be trouble.
Oh,
I think he missed the bongo. He will die. The spin almost got him. Rhyme should drop. Rhyme, one more punch from Cook. Cook bails on it. He wants to live. He chooses his life, but he's going to die anyway, I think. Nope, Mate falls back behind the tower. Rhyme walks away on about 30 health, I think he had at one point.
Invoker Sunstrike, Zeus ulti, something?
Yeah,
no?
Zeus ulti. This is what you need. This is going to be good for them actually if they can get Elia some levels. But she's only level 4. Would love level 6. Would have got a lot of kills by now, I think.
This is the thing. This is why Bat has gone bottle. Now Mute has left the lane. He can spam his spells to push the creep wave and farm at the same time. Put pressure on that tier 1 tower. Try and spread the rock across the map. So it then gives space, like we said, to Elia to get levels, to Richie to farm up. And it looks like he's going for a mech.
When they do decide to push, Axe will be able to get up there and go creep skip and help the push that way, which will be quite strong, I think. But Smoke on Tide. Where is he? Oh, Tone is now farming the jungle. Tyrese trying to do work. Gets the call off on Rhyme. If he can get lucky with the spins here, and he's doing a lot of damage. Rhyme, look at that. One call, and he's down to half health.
Top lane, though. Richie getting caught out. Arrowed up. Down he goes. Rubik picking up a nice kill there.
Yeah, Tom's very good on this Marana. Good arrows.
Unfortunately, Cook and Elia were sitting in the wings waiting for an aggressive play, but they were just too far away. Richie getting caught out.
I don't think I've ever seen Cook play CM. I don't think so. Or Elia play Zeus, to be fair. This could be a rotation coming down here, or is Rhyme just going to mosey down? No, he's just going for the rune. It is
Mute
Tom.
has come back down to this bot lane, finding Tone, but here comes the sticky napalm once again.
Yeah, he's going to eat that fish, man. Oh, this is what you want. This is the money rune for Axe. The illusions.
Send it into the jungle.
They get the spins too. I think he should. He's got his blink dagger now as well. Illusions. It's so easy to kill people. They're going to go top. Maybe try and get a gank going here. He's going to man mid and send in his illusions top.
They were so scared of that illusion.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that one spin and Well loses a chunk of his health.
Yeah. It's very strong.
Rhyme sitting on quite a lot of gold, looking towards that relic rush into Radiance. I just wonder, can Infused shut him down before he gets that big momentum changer?
Mute is up here. Look at this. Arrow. Misses.
Faudal caught completely out.
Oh, bong!
But here's Mute.
He's going to get another one.
Ravage. Big Ravage incoming, and AAL's catching 2. Down goes Cook. Richie in an awful lot of trouble. Tyrox has the trail on him as well. Might just shatter here to the AA Ice Blast. Oh, he tries the dunk on Mute, but not quite.
There's the Elia caught by a net as well. Rhyme on a double kill. There's the song to cancel. Richie is stuck in the trees. That's a triple kill.
And that is Rhyme getting so close to that relic. 3,000 gold, 800 away, 11.5 minutes in. This is going to be an excellent Radiance timing for him.
Yeah. Given that it was, I mean, Axe has more farm than him. 57.6 to 57.2.
Let's take a look at the net worth. 5.3k net worth on Rhyme, whereas it's 3.5k on the Axe. So it's almost a 2,000 gold difference.
I mean, that triple kill will do it.
Yeah. Tyrox blinking onto Rhyme. Can he get a few lucky spins here? Continues the pressure. Rhyme. Ice Blast going to land.
Look out! Good TP. Look at this. Look at the speed. This is what we saw when Rhymestack played Reason. The response time in terms of TPing to support Rhyme. The AAL Whelp is so quick. Rhyme just calls for it. And it's just there.
And Faudal TPing as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good movement,
play.
reactions, teamwork. Really, really impressive from the Rock.
I mean, Tom at this moment in time isn't farming, very impressively, but he's up against this tri-lane which has dominated so heavily in the early game. Yeah. But now he's going to start getting room to breathe. Naga's going to start.
I'm not sure the tri-lane's been a huge success. I mean, Silencer's 1 and 3, Zeus is 0 and 2. Cook is well, he's got 1 kill, but it's been that last fight I think maybe took the shine off it a little bit.
Well, they limited the farm of the Marana and they limited the amount of work the supports could do. But that was for the first 6 or 7 minutes. It really has become a really lackluster tri-lane. And Richie so desperately trying to get that mech up and running.
Tone now, smoked up, has blink. Going to look for someone here. I wonder if they can go for Tom, or if they, Whelp would probably be an easy kill. Maybe they want to put the pressure on Marana yet further. Here he is. He's setting it up. He wants to go in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Richie, Cook, and Elliot doing a good impression of people with nothing on their mind. Rhyme and Tom. Axe.
Mute isn't going for Blink. He's going straight for Mech after Arcanes.
Huh.
I guess with the song to set up,
Yeah,
or Marana ultimate to get in there,
Yeah.
he doesn't necessarily need that long-range initiation.
Also, honestly, oh my
there's a
goodness.
Radiant Sentry, spotting them out. Well, been in an awful lot of trouble, going to get caught out. Global Silence, stopping the aggression. Mute, can he get in a position to Ravage? There's Gush onto Tone, Lasso onto Mute. Can they take him down before he gets the Ravage off? Big plays from Infused, Foundle, third to full. Great turnaround from the Welsh lads and Lady.
Absolutely, double kill for Richie, and Tone once more, he's chasing Tom, he gives him a flame break just to say get out of here, and they're going to maybe push top, but look at this, Rhyme is doing what he does, he wasn't in the fight, so he makes himself busy pushing mid.
That was perfect timing though, the Lasso on Mute, who wanted to get a massive 4 or 5 man Ravage off, to hold him in place, and then Tyrok's presence of mind to blink Berserker's Call, doesn't go for a secondary target, which we've seen them do a lot, prioritizing targets is one of their specialties really.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, this Sentry Ward is what did it.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for that, that would have been a disaster for Infused. But instead, one Sentry Ward makes all the difference.
One thing they do have to worry about though is Rhyme and that Radiance timing.
Absolutely.
He's getting closer and closer.
It's going to be tough. I'm just thinking about their push compared to the Rocks is really not comparable, is it? Once Rhyme gets that Radiance up, as you say, they haven't taken any towers yet. They don't have that kind of early push. Tyrese going on Tom. Look at this! Oh! Unbelievable! He was just chilling.
The spins!
He was just standing there. He's just like minding his own business in mid. Well, that's a nice target for an axe. Making it work.
Dire's top tower is under
Close to that blade mail.
You've got to feel so unlucky as Tom though. I think 3 spins in a row.
Yeah, the spins
Flame
don't
break,
help.
so you can't leap away, and then the dunk from Axe. Culling blade to the face.
Love the dunk.
Attack.
Denial on the tower at top possibly, both supports hitting it. And Richie not going for the last hit.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
So we've got Tone now with his blink, working towards that 4-staff. He's not that far off. He's got the
Radiant's
staff of
bottom
wizardry.
tower is under attack.
Mute, as you said, going for mech instead of that blink. I think the range on Ravage is so big. It's not like Black Hole or something where you've got to run up there. I mean, you know, as you said, they've got the setup.
He's level 11 as well.
Yeah.
As an offlane Tide, he's the same level as Axe.
Oh, they might find Rhyme, but he sings and he walks away. Or does he?
Re-engage. Ice Blast.
Re-engage.
Arrow. Can they catch Cook? Perfect timing. Lasso onto Rhyme. They continue here. Silence. Zeus nuking them down.
Oh.
This is the power of Elyon Zeus. Can they find more? Foundle dropping low. Sticky Napalm stacking up. Mute with a big Ravage catching 4. Can they bring anyone down? No, Tone dropping low. Still stacking up the Napalm. Dunk on Foundle from Tyro.
And another dunk. It's a double dunk. Mute is going to finish off Richie. This is brutal. 3 dead per team. Tyrese doesn't get the spins. And Elliot's going to run hard. She tries to juke, but she gets trapped between a fish.
Tom with an ultra hit. No, Mute with a double.
Triple kill for Tom. Mute with a double.
Complete team wipe.
Unbelievable. What an exchange.
Mute is so tanky, just continuing through that team
Yeah.
fight. Tom turns up after that nice arrow on Cook, sitting on the outskirts of the fight. They didn't pay him much attention.
Yeah. Double dunks from Axe is always fun there. I consider that the real victory.
Oh yes. Mech is completed now. So
that's going to be big.
The big victor though was Infused, killing Rhyme.
Yeah.
Because that delays his Radiance by quite a bit. So that incursion into the jungle, that was their main goal.
Indeed.
The fact that they lost their entire team may be a little bit of a mishap.
Blade Mail on Axe, Mana Boots on Zeus. It's around that 20-minute mark. You start to get that second sort of tier of items like that when all of a sudden people start fighting more. This is such an unpleasant place to fight. 2 sets of stairs, lots of fog. I hate that. Oh, and a smoke gank.
Oh, but bot lane, Tyrok's going on Mute. He doesn't have Ravage, does have Mech.
Here
Can
comes
Tyrok
Tone,
continue?
getting captured. Blink Lasso, going to turn back. He does have leap, but where's he going to leap to? Lots of damage, and down he goes.
Nice flame break to cancel the leap as well. Tyrok's blinking away from Ice Blast. Mute turned around with Whelp sitting behind him.
Photo rotating top. Tyrese just picking up some solo farm down here. What item do you get next on Axe here?
I don't know, but I just want to point out that Rubik's
Radiant's
level
middle
5.
tower is under
It doesn't
attack.
even have his ultimate yet. There's some pretty big things to steal. If you can get Thunder God's Wrath
Yeah.
or Global Silence, maybe even Lasso or something like that, you could start making things happen. But
Gosh,
Tyrox,
yeah, he is level 5. He's
May-
died 4 times, to be
Yeah.
fair.
you could go Necronomicon because you pointed out that they don't have a great pushing
Yeah.
lineup, so that could help you out there. Can work well against Naga because she, slowly burns things down.
Right.
Can take damage from that.
Also, if you
Necro
build it
creep.
up to Neck Book 3, get the vision against Marana Roll and stuff like that, yeah.
Or you can just tank up and go for a Heart or an
Yeah.
AC or a Shivas.
We shall see. I think Shivas might be good, actually, because that would also help deal with the illusions and things like that.
And the minus armor,
Yeah.
Gush and Riptide.
Yeah. Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see how he does build Axe. We've got an Urn up on AA. That's always nice to get on him. A little bit of
Dyer's
survivability
middle tower is under
and
attack.
sustain. But look, Tone's looking for trouble again. He's always on the lookout. There goes a
Arrow.
scouting arrow, but they will catch Tone. The silence goes down, and they will melt him. Oh wait, no, he lives. No, he dies. Okay, there's the AAL. It could catch a couple. Only catches Cook in the end, and Tone is able to walk away from the tower.
Has fallen.
But Radiant's bottom tower drops just to the creeps in the
Oh,
meantime.
massive Berserker Score from Tyrox. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
In comes the side swipe
Ravage
from
catches
Rock.
3, kills 1. Richie's running hard. What can Tyrox do? Does he have the call? He does. Calls Rhyme off. Richie turns around and punches him.
Oh
In goes
my
Tone as well. A
goodness.
ton of damage. Mute running hard. There's 4-on-1 here. He manages to finish off one, but only gets a double kill.
The timing from Tyrox. The Berserker's call. Naga lifting her arms to sing the song of her people. But no, sir, not
Unbelievable.
today.
Blair is the 4-star on Batrider, so he's pretty much ready. Axe has 1,500 gold. Interesting to see what he does. I can't wait to see what he gets next, because this is the point I get to when I'm playing Axe, and I think, what the hell do I buy
What
now?
do I build
Tower
now?
is under attack.
We're seeing some excellent plays from both teams.
Great team fights.
Can we see the Naga split push come to fruition, though? Rhyme has to create space for his team. Tom needs to start farming up some bigger items. Has a Mithril Hammer looking towards possibly a BKB because he's constantly being locked down.
This Tone is playing fantastically on this Batrider, absolutely superbly. Well,
Dyer's
is
middle
Fodor level
tower
6
is
yet?
under
He is,
attack.
thank goodness. He's only got brown boots and a 1, though. I've got to be honest with you, I think Rubik is absolutely fantastic, but
For a second, I thought Rhyme had trapped himself in the trees.
but I think that if Rubik gets sort of behind that much, I mean, look, he's only got 600 health. It's like if he steals something, is he going to get a chance to use it?
He can't flash farm. People don't prioritize his farm because he
Yeah.
doesn't scale well.
It's tough. But then again, if he can steal something like Global Silence, that could turn the whole fight around. Lasso as well.
He doesn't need items to do that, though. With Whelp, on the other hand, you want to get Ags on him to increase that
Yeah.
ultimate.
It's going to be tough for Rubik. But as you say, there are things there worth stealing. I'm just not sure if he needs to be in there.
Take a look at what Tyrox is building up to. Point booster ready. We're going to see plenty more dunks, B-Flax.
Oh my goodness.
Going to be a big Ags.
Yeah, absolutely. What does it reduce the cooldown to?
That's read.
Goes through my
6 seconds.
kill
Threshold.
625 is pretty big, and the speed duration is 10, and the cooldown is only 6. Crazy. Love the dunks though. Tone looking for trouble. If they can catch Whelp here, Whelp's dead.
See, this is the situation Rhyme feels he's in. Not going for a big item next like Boosted Travel or Manta Style, going for drums.
Yeah.
Because he feels like they're quite
There is
far
a drum,
behind in map
drum
control.
and Marana roll, and they're going to try and catch them out here. But I think Infused just luckily backing off, thinking as nothing was on.
The warding from the Radiant is spectacular.
Tone.
At that mid lane, they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, look at this. Lots of vision. Tyrese going in. Couple of spins, and that will put paid to that push. Look at that. I mean, that's the anti-push of Axe. You can't really underestimate it. Rhyme has that Radiance, as you say, and I think the fights, he really didn't want those. They came around and he was like, guys, can you just give me 5 more minutes and then we can do all this stuff.
Yes, Tone, that's a great place to put your illusions.
Oh wow, look at that.
He used Firefly to get up there, and then used his illusion room to regen. Oh, mid
Oh,
lane,
well,
gets
in
caught
all
out,
kinds
Global
of
Silence
trouble.
as well.
Bomb! Killing spree.
I think every time he's going to slam someone, we're going to hear the cheer from the Infused guys.
Well, you gotta love it.
Dyer's
Tom gets caught out, lasso on him. Radiant split from the Naga Illusion. Song, can they catch him out? Oh, Tom leaps away just
He's
in
going to
time.
die in the fire. He's going to die in the fire. He burns to death. The Firefly fire just finished him off. He had nowhere to run. Goodness me. And now they can maybe push top. This is the only problem they're going to have, I think, is it's going to be so difficult for them to take advantage of these team fights and go and quickly push, because it's just not what they're about. But I guess if they just build this ultimate team fight combo, they don't really care.
Well, the thing is, Tide was such a great pick against this five-man swarm, but Mutant has spent a lot of his time farming core utility items, like Mech. He's going for a pipe now, not a blink or anything like that to initiate. It would be nice to see him just TP to these tier 2 towers to save his teammates, even if he's a little bit late.
Are they gonna? They're not. They're looking. I'll tell you the other thing that they've been kind of unlucky. The Rock. None of their smoke gangs has sort of. The timing just seems to have been off. Oh, but just as I say it, Tone will die. I'll shut up.
It worked this time.
Yeah, it did work this time.
Dire's bottom tower is under
How's Rhyme
attack.
doing for farm? He is 176, and this is the problem they're going to have, is that they haven't quite been able to stop, even with all these good fights, if you like, and some good play. He's still leading away from farm.
Well, the most unusual thing, though, is the Rock have picked a Dire side
Dire's
lineup
top
that
tower
can't
is
really
under
do Roshan.
attack.
They can't take Roshan very quickly, and Infused are always going to be able to make up the distance between wherever they are and the pit, and take that big team fight like we've seen them do time and time again.
Indeed. By the way, if you get Manta on Axe, and
The illusions will spin.
they do.
It's the same with Morphling when he uses Replicate on Axe. It's one of the, and heroes like Antimage as well. That's why Morphling was always sort of considered a pseudo counter to AM. Burn his mana and render him useless.
Right.
He can do the same thing to AM by creating an illusion of him.
Nice. I honestly think that I'm never going to stop building Manta on Axe now. I'm going to get a bottled illusion rune and build a Manta.
You get more armor, which is great for him.
Yeah.
You get more movement speed, which is great for him, and the illusions are amazing. So, like, I can't fault you for that logic.
Yeah, it's another one of my patented builds. Feel free to use it.
Everyone's listening.
Yeah.
Tone on the hunt once again, and Tom is going to that
Tone is
BKB.
on the hunt. Or is he just
Radiant's
farming their
middle
jungle?
tower
He is.
under
A bit
attack.
of both, probably.
Yeah.
If he found someone, great, but that stack cap.
Radiant's
amazing,
middle
denying a tower.
has been denied.
And game has got that little slight sleepy stage.
Rhyme even using drum charges to get closer to the creep wave to farm faster.
Wow. Why waste them? I mean, you know, he's using them for a good reason.
I mean,
Boost to travel now.
so often you see drums either not get used or all 5
Yeah,
charges
yeah.
get used in 2 minutes.
Exactly. I mean, if they're just sat there, they're not doing anything. Makes a big difference. That burn, look at that burn. And this is that push that they have is going to be a big problem. But look at this. They're trying to catch Tone. AAL won't catch. Flame Break stolen by Rubik, but it just pushes Tone further away. Global Silence, they're going to reinitiate. They do. They get Mute. He has Ravage. They need to be quick. Here it comes. He does it with just about 100 health left, and he punches Tone. He drops as well. Tyrese is dominating. He's managed to get a call for Rhyme.
Nice dodge. The dodge from Tyrox, the arrow almost invisible coming down here, but Tyrox
Richie
swinging
needs to
to
be
the
careful.
right.
There's another bug. I think he might get a triple. Come on.
Ultra
Ultra kill for
Tyrox.
Tyrox. Triple dunk. Unbelievable.
This axe pick really paying off for a team Infused.
Wow. And now they will push this top tower.
Don't he keybinds to spin.
Dire's top tower
RN
has
Jesus.
fallen.
How do the Rock come back from this? They don't have a BKB on them Rana yet.
I
don't
think they can come back. I really
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
of course they can, but they've got to create space.
Yeah.
Naga is so hungry for farm, she's going to limit the amount of farm Tom gets. Mute has already got almost a pipe, so that can help them out in these big team fights. At
There
least
it is.
mitigate the Zeus ultimate.
There's the Ags up on Axe.
That is
I mean,
the Ags.
I think Axe has
Dire's
11
middle
kills and all of them are
tower is under
dunks.
attack.
I mean, you've got to be feeling good, but he does kind of hit a wall that Rhyme will be able to get over that wall in the late game, and I do kind of worry about how the Axe sort of scales later on. He's loving life now, but I can imagine him later, maybe not having the best of it.
Well,
But
take a look at what he's doing. He's not going for raw HP items because he's against an AA, and he's against minus armor from Rhyme and Gush on the Tide. So he's not going for Heart or Vanguard or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's gone Blade Mail to return damage, Ags to reduce the cooldown, Blink to initiate, and now it looks like he's going towards a BKB, so he's not going to get touched by Ravage, Ice Blast, Telekinesis. He's going to have full control of these team fights.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely disgusting.
Looking forward to seeing an Axe that wins, because mine normally loses, but he is fun to play. Well, level 9, has 1,000 gold. I wonder if this is not the way that it went for them against Reason, is it? I mean, this has been completely different. Fodor and Whelp have been really under the cosh this game. Looking at this, let's just look at the scoreboard a second. Rhyme is 4-3-5. That's not the kind of score he wants. He wants to normally have not really been involved and just be left to farm.
Let me ask you this question. How many times has Infused committed multiple heroes to kill Rhyme?
In this game?
Yeah.
Or lifetime? In this game, I have no idea.
I mean, during the laning
Radiant's
phase,
top tower
in
is
particular.
under attack.
Well, generally, it was just Axe doing it. Yeah.
Whereas almost every other team sends 3 heroes to try and kill Rhyme.
Yeah.
And they lose their other lanes.
Oh, this smoke egg might catch Whelp. Poor Whelp, he's in lots of trouble. But instead, they go on Rhyme, but he's going to TP out, and everybody lives.
See, in this game, Infused has shut down the supports and Tom on the tri-lane.
Yeah.
They've shut down the Dire jungle, so Rhyme can't farm. And by extension, they've shut down Rhyme, rather than focusing on him in particular.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you think about the game that we saw, the first of the game tree between Reason and Infused, the ganks to kill Rhyme. On 3 occasions, he turned around and got a double or a triple kill. We are on pausing, so we can go back into the game.
Kill the illusions before they can do it.
Denies the tower. Axe. It was the moment of tension there. Will they deny it? And they did. Denied by Richie. Pipe. Quick snap purchased by Tide. He's now got the pipe. That's good for them.
He had the majority of the components, but picks that up. BKB on Mirana. What is Rhyme actually building towards? Looks like a Manta style.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty disgusting. There is an Invis rune here. Tone thinking about grabbing it, maybe. This is the Klingon Batleth that Tyrese is using here. It's quite a cool act.
Tone fangs Rhyme. There is some of the siren though. Can they silence him off before he uses it? Nope.
Just
Drums and run away. Ice Blast gonna fly across.
Catches 4. Arrow. Elliot dodges it, but he was silenced. He just got the song off and then was silenced.
But he used a spell. It was last word, so he used a spell which forced him to be silenced.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't play silencer. I hate him.
He's a very intricate hero.
He is.
He's actually one of the most annoying lane supports I've ever come up against.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because when he's spamming glaives on you, you don't know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, this is a push here. Infused. 4-manning it. Where's Tone?
He's sitting around, just waiting.
Radiant's
For his
bottom
time to
tower
strike.
is under attack.
They're going to force the Rock to come and
Dire's
deal
top
with them.
tower is under
Firefly is down, that will help. AA ult. Catches 2. And this is the problem they're going to face, is Whelp can make them leave from the other side of the map. And they barely touched the tower.
As long as they don't get engaged upon after Ice Blast, they should be fine. They didn't lose too much health, especially on Richie and Tyrox.
And the lane is pushed. It does force Whelp back, forces Fodor back. I do think the longer the game goes on, the more Rhyme is going to get all the items he needs to just kill them all. He's got an awful lot of farm already. 285 last hits. But then again, Silencer, Axe, and Batrider also have an awful lot of farm.
He can't really 1v5. That's not the kind of hero Naga is. It's more about map control and dominating lanes than going into team fights and killing everyone.
Yeah.
Like an anti-mage would do.
Right. But I do think with the combination of the AA ult, Tide Hunter Ravage, he does have the potential to get an awful lot of kills in a team fight. This tier 1 bot is still here.
Gold waiting to be collected for Infused.
It's weird because Tone really crushed this, or did really well in the lane in terms of farm, but didn't push the tower. I think that he went roaming quite quickly, didn't he, rather than hang around. And as you said, money in the bank. And Infused on the front foot. But they do need to be
Dire's
very,
bottom
very
tower
cautious.
is under attack.
And I'm sure they will be. Tone scooting
Dire's
around,
structures
looking for
are
something.
fortified.
There's the song.
Radiant's top tower is
Here's
under
the setup.
attack.
Who they go
Mirana
for?
ult. AAL as well. Will catch Tyrox. In comes Tone. Global silence, and that will put bait to that fight. Arrow was in flight at the time. Catches Tyrox, I think. Here comes Tide with the gush. Finishes him off. And they will be forced back. What was stolen?
It's last word.
Last word.
That's a Lincoln's, not Manta style. Drums used by Rhyme. Can they catch up here? Plenty of movement speed. Leap is available. Using an arrow flying across. Going to skip past the creep wave, but hit the range creep.
Rhyme is not stopping, and the range on net is huge. He's got a Lincoln's. That's what he's got. Elia doing a lot of damage, but Richie's going to drop. Manages to finish off Fodor. They're going to get Cook as well. 3 dead. Buyback from Axe. Well played. Tone hiding in the bushes. I wonder if they're going to try and go here. No, he TP's out.
Going
It's
for a bush
tempting as
fight.
an Axe. It is tempting as Axe when you see low heroes to just go for them and die doing it. But see, I think that's what they're going to face. Is it is going to be difficult as the fights go on.
Yeah, you can see the coordination as well from the Rock. Rhyme singing and walking up here, then signaling exactly where he wants the Ice Blast in this region down here where there were 2 heroes, Silencer and Axe, the big core heroes they need to take out the fight. Did you see how quickly Axe dropped when there was Mirana hammering on him, Radiance burning, the Shatter as well?
But I mean, the problem they've got is that in the fights, he's the one that just wants to be stood there in the middle. So who else do they have to focus? It's basically him. So if Infused don't initiate, I think they've got big problems.
A big problem was Tone was sitting here on the high ground and he spotted Rhyme. Rhyme got the song off before he could blink lasso.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could have gone the complete opposite way.
Yeah. Batrider sitting on nearly 2,500 gold. What do you get next? That's him. BKB, something like that?
You could go for a BKB because, like we just saw, he needs to be able to get through that song and lock Rhyme down so he can't set up a massive team fight for the rest of his team. But we see a pipe picked up by Cook. It's pretty amazing for a Crystal Maiden to suddenly afford an item like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hex on Richie.
Oh, wow, that's big. Tyrox here, leading the way. As you said, he's building a BKB, but he's only got the Mithril. He does also have the Scepter. So many spins. You don't want to waste them on creeps, that's the thing. You feel like when you get 4 spins against creeps, you think, great.
My next team fight is going to be awful.
Get it. Yeah. They want this mid tower. This could be a big fight. Rhyme is bot. He does have boots of travel though. So maybe they'll look for something. Tyrox blinking, doesn't catch well, just misses him actually. Very close. And Rhyme says, well, oh, Tone looking for trouble. He gets gushed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Rhyme is going to TP in. TP's to the tower. They're pinging. They know where Tone is. Pipe goes down. He TP's out.
Dire's middle tower.
That was close.
Frame perfect.
Yeah. Wowee. Infused, picking up a bit of jungle farm here. The vision that they've maintained, this is what amazes me, is Cook has afforded a pipe, despite the fact that he's been buying wards. Like, how I mean, this is why Crystal Maiden's good. She can get that farm from the jungle to help her.
A lot of these wards are Elia, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
So she's
got
trying
a
to go for
staff
nags, but she's got plenty of gold of her own.
Yeah. But look, compare that with poor old Fodor with only 6 last hits.
What on earth?
What?
Look what Axe just bought.
What? Good God.
That's a BKB, right? Yeah? That's the new icon for BKB?
Yeah, that's what we thought was going to be BKB. Turns out he's
Need more lightning.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
So now he's going to spin and zap.
Yeah. And if he's got the active on him as well.
Oh, he's going for the Mjolnir. This is basically a subsidiary of the Wraith King build.
It's an offshoot. It's like a franchise. So he puts the active on him. He calls.
Yeah.
They have to hit him. They get the electricity. They're all about electricity, this team. Jesus. Look, have you seen like a big Crystal Maiden ult yet? I can't remember one that's sort of...
No.
Dire's
Don't think he's used it.
under attack.
They haven't really had the chance,
No.
though. Just those Ravage songs.
The thing is they need to initiate. There comes a little zoning arrow, scouting arrow as they push down mid. Tone, always skirting around the outside looking for trouble. They pop the pipe. Ryan might set this up with a song. They were a little too close together there. He does sing. He's looking for people. He's not going to find anybody. He's missed completely with the song. And maybe now they'll reinitiate.
Nice force staff usage there.
Yeah.
Escaping that song.
They just realized the two of them were very close together. It would have been an easy easy setup.
Oh, telekinesis into arrow, zapped by the Rubik. In comes Ice Blast, but Tone is going to fall to Mute.
Punch.
One hit. In comes Tyrox. Nice Berserker's Call, and that's a bug. Mute getting sent across there.
There was the ult from
ultimate.
CM. There was the ult from CM, and they chased them off. Gem down. Mirana
Ravage
up, they
still
re-engage.
online.
Ravage! Tyrox, what was stolen? I think Call was stolen. No, Battle Hunger was stolen. Tyrox with a kill. He's going to maybe finish off two. Is he going to get Mute as well? No. He's chasing him down. Can they do enough damage? The Scepter range is 650, but
gems everywhere.
Gems. Ryan chasing. Richie netted.
No.
Richie in trouble. He drops very fast. Killing streak, 4 dead for Infused. Very well played from the Rock. Constant. These fights are brutal.
Again, just short.
Charmed life.
He'll
He has
get
a
them
recipe
one
for
time.
Mjolnir, but he doesn't have the full thing yet.
Only 500 away from
Yeah,
it.
very close. Great fights.
Then we look at Whelp, 1,000 away from the Acceptor.
How many gems do they have now?
Mute has 1. I thought I saw 2 on the floor.
I think it was the same one. It's cursed.
Because it was Tones.
Yeah.
Then he dropped it.
Yeah. Then it got picked up and dropped. Then it got picked up and dropped. I think. Rhyme here doing what Rhyme does and just pushing.
Radiant's
Sending his
top
illusions
tower
all
is
over the
under
place.
attack.
There's arcane symbols being drawn on the map. Who knows what they mean? Tone picking up an Invis rune. He's got 3k gold. I'm waiting for him to buy another item here.
I'm still unsure as to what he goes for.
I think
Radiant's
BKB.
top
I do think
tower is
BKB.
under attack. Radiant's top tower
There is the
has
Mjolnir
fallen.
and Axe, and we will see how this works. I'm excited.
On the edge of your seat.
Oh, Tone.
Where did that arrow go? I heard the sound, but
Yeah.
didn't see. I think they're checking Roshan, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it was just a scout and arrow, but Tone was there. He found Rhyme, had his Invis rune, but I think he thought better of it because he realized he was alone.
Once again, neither team can really do Roshan. They have enough items, but they don't have enough damage output onto him to actually take him down fast enough.
I mean, I think the main problem is if you go in there as the Rock, you're going to face a Blink Call and you're going to cry. If you go in there as Infused, you're going to face a Song, Ravage, AAO,
yeah.
Tone. Oh, I think Tom just blinked away, or leapt away just in time to dodge Tone there with the lasso.
Tyrox.
What do you get now? Dare I ask you? What the hell do you build? I mean, I would not have called Mjolnir, but...
Go for Radiance, you know?
Screw it.
Finish off the build.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he might go for BKB now.
Oh,
but
man.
then he wouldn't be able to put Static Charge on himself. So I don't actually know.
Interesting. He's 13 and 4.
He could always just
13.
sell Tranquils and go for travel. Go for travels.
But look at the last hits. Rhyme has 435 last hits, has a Reaper. There's the Ags now on Whelp, and there is the Heart on Naga. So this is looking like, well, I don't know what the... Let's look at... Have we looked at graphs at any point? Let's do that.
Too much fighting.
XP. Well, they're up by 6 in gold. Look at that! It's almost level at the 41-minute mark. You don't see that very often.
There wasn't a massive lead to begin with. All these fights and picking off kills here and there for Infused. Look at the kills, 28 to 25.
Yeah.
Every time they take a team fight, they lose what they gain.
Oh, Tyrese blinks and is forced off, but he could be in trouble. Blade mails,
Dire's
but
middle
he backs
tower
off.
is under attack.
Global silence, putting an end to this fight. Tone is looking for trouble, but so he blinks and is then forced up to try and get the call. That's nice, and they just back off again. Rhyme coming in. Oh, I think he was on the verge of either netting or singing.
Yeah, Axe had a TB back to top lane, that lane being pushed so heavily by Rhyme. And of course, he can just boots of travel or run across the map back to his teammates.
Yeah.
And 41 minutes into the game, it's finally time.
Why the hell not?
Both teams know what's going on. There's enough ward coverage on the map. Can they contest,
This could be very big either way. This could be pure bait.
Illusion's going to be sent out to scout out the incursion from Infused. Can they catch them out? In
Tyrox
comes Tyrox,
wants
static
in.
charge. Ravage on 3, catching them all. Here comes Ice Blast, only going to hit 2, but Richie, where's the global silence? Song going to be used by Rhyme. Can they get out of here in time? Tom with a BKB already used. They have to bail on this as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
he knocks Tom back in, but he's able to leap out.
Foul has Firefly.
Look how low they are.
Radiant's
Look at him go.
Away he goes.
Kicking those legs. Woohoo! Fantastic. Man,
I finally got to use that perspective. Such a beautiful time.
I think if the Zeus ult had been up there at the end, that would have been pretty ridiculous. But as it is, that fight was... Well, did anybody die?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone did.
No. Roshan
Did
is
Richie die?
relieved. He's like, phew.
Dyer's
Dodge
middle
that.
tower is under
Yeah, Roshan
attack.
definitely didn't die.
Yeah. And they...
Such an odd scattered fight.
Yeah.
Ulti's being thrown around.
Is under attack.
Tower
Dyer's
denied.
middle tower has
They are,
been
this
denied.
is a 45-minute game. I didn't think it would necessarily be this long at one point, but I mean, I think the Rock happy to take it this long because look how strong Rhyme is now. His farm is huge. I mean, he's basically got everything he needs and $2 grand in the bank.
Radiant's middle
Do you
tower
keep the
is
drums
under
that you get for
attack.
buyback, or do you just sort of get something else, sell the drums, get another item? What else do you get?
He could go multiple ways. He could go for the Manta style.
Yeah.
To get more illusions, because he's got that diffusal blade Mark II now with the extra burn.
Blink
Here comes
from
Cole.
Tyrese. Cole not doing it, but the spin, Lord! And there's the song. He forces the song out. Are they going to re-engage? I think they are. I think this could be big trouble for Tyrox. Arrow, he can't dodge it, but they're going to back off.
Did you see that lightning spit off his back as the arrow hit him?
Yeah.
Rhyme is already down on the spot lane, pushing out.
So I think he popped the Lincolns with Battle Hunger, didn't he? And then called. Nice.
Well, Cole wouldn't trigger Lincoln.
Oh, right, yeah, because it's not a
AoE.
targeted spell, of course.
But I think he would have done it anyway, so he could possibly Culling Blade.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This
Radiant
is
structures
this
are
next big
fortified.
fight. Well, there's a BKB on Richie. This next big fight is going to be. I think you're going to have to trade for racks or give up an awful lot of buybacks. I mean, the thing is, if you look at the buyback status, only Rhyme can
wow.
afford to buy back. Look at that, and now Axe. So this next fight is going to be absolutely huge.
That's the thing. That's Axe being able to
Radiant's
afford
bottom
buyback.
tower is under-
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower
Well,
has
I mean, he has
fallen.
243. He has 243 last hits, but that's half of what Ryan's got with 514. If this game goes on much longer, he could have 1,000 last hits. Imagine it.
New world record.
Yeah. Do we want another 40 minutes of this game?
This
been
game
fun.
could go on for a long, long time.
Yeah. It's been a fun game.
Infused ultimates don't really scale that well. Global
Yeah, yeah.
Silence is great throughout the game. Lasso is
Radiant's
great throughout the game.
bottom tower
But
is under
Zeus and
attack.
Crystal Maiden are going to start, becoming
yeah.
limited in their actions. Whereas Ice Blast scales excellently into the late game. Rubik can constantly steal spells.
Yeah.
Tide Ravage and Miran Ultimate with the Naga Song. These are all heroes who can do well in every stage of the game.
But this is why having Batrider is so big for them, because they can get a pick and then it's 5v4, and that evens the field up a little bit. In terms of that kind of grabbing a pick, I think it's much harder for the Rock. Whereas for Infused, they can blink Call.
Elia. Oh no, the illusions! Rhyme just killed the Zeus with
Wow.
illusions.
Wow. That is the problem they're going to face. Crystal Maiden, Zeus, they're just going to get melted down.
They take one Riptide hit and they're down to about half health and mana burn as well from those guys, ripping them to shreds. 30,000 net worth for Rhyme on that Naga now.
Wow.
5,850 gold.
So
He's got buyback and more.
are they going to maybe go back into Roche and finish that off?
I don't think they liked the way it ended out. They had to expend so many spells and waste valuable farming time
Yeah.
to go for something which isn't really necessary.
It's very
Tyrox
difficult
might
stage
walk
of the
into the
game.
wrong
He
neighborhood
might,
here.
but I don't think it would be a good idea. I really don't think it would be a good idea. He doesn't know what's up those steps. Blinks into Roche just to check it. He has no intention of going on Rhyme there, even with backup. He has no idea what's up those steps.
Regeneration.
What items has Marana got here? She's got BKB. She's got a Maelstrom of her own. Possibly turn that into a Mjolnir as well. Counter electricity with electricity. I think that's how it works.
just adds more and more to their split push and pushing power.
And this is the point in the game where neither team wants to fight, and they're both going to avoid it at all costs.
15 minutes ago, do you remember where Infused was sitting? They were so far up the lane, they'd basically hemmed Rhyme and Co. in their own base. Now look at where the equilibrium of the creep waves are. They're across this side of the map. They're not allowing Infused to get across the river and not allowing them to get into their bases.
And look at this illusion here, going from Naga Siren, just running mid and punching. But they're going to push this tier 2 and maybe force something. Cook is out. Cook is not in this fight, and this is going to be 5v4 if they can go on them here. Fortification. In comes the AA ult as well. Will catch 2. They're going to try and kill the tower if they can. Tone is around the back looking for a pick. Blink Ravage. Catches Axe. Global Silence. Tone manages to catch Tidal, but he's not exactly what he wants. Rhyme chasing hard with the Mirana ult. In comes Tom. Arrow will miss. Tyrox running away as fast as he can. Blade Mail's up. And they will run them off. Oh, who've they got here? They managed to get back, and there's a gem down as well. So the Rock really loving life in that fight. Richie running hard. Tom pops his BKB. He's chasing Richie down. Rhyme there as well. Does he have a net? He does. And Richie drops, and that's 3 dead. Mega kill streak for Rhyme.
You make a fine crater.
And they will push in now.
Starting to look better and better for the Rock, finding nice pickoffs. One by one, Infused fall.
Yeah.
Bat Rider going for that lasso on Titanto. Not entirely sure what his thought process there was. Ravage.
I think it was a misclick. I mean, once he'd ravaged, there's no reason to go.
Firefly was ending. The rest of his team had completely backed out.
But Rhyme was next to Tide. I just think the fact that Tide is so big accidentally clicked on him. That's all I could
Radiant's
think.
bottom tower is
And now they're faced. Look at this massive creep wave top pushing in, and then you've got this massive creep wave bot pushing in, and you've got Bat and Silencer and Zeus down. Tyros goes in, but they're out of there. Blink Call does nothing. The Blade Mail, but he dies so fast, and this is the problem. This is what I was saying about Axe falling off so quick. He goes in there, he's just focusing down. He buys back. They're desperate to defend this tower, but I don't think they can.
Rhyme took a tier 2 mid all on its own. Illusion's pushing up to tier 3 as well. Whilst they defend bot lane, mid and top are being pushed in at the same time.
Yeah. The Rock pushing back. There's an arrow. If that had hit, I think they would have turned around. Tone goes in, catches Tom, but there's the song to save him. Tone in all kinds of trouble now. What can they do? Are they going to back off? They do. Flame Break, they Mirana ult and back off. Tyrox might fancy a sort of random call to see if he can catch someone in this, but no.
Oh, here come the Illusions. Cook in a little bit of trouble. Tyrox forced to berserk call on them.
They're just punching them down. Cook, Elia, forced to run. Gem dropped. Oh, they dropped it in base. I was going to say.
2 gems.
And look now, Rhyme. All he does is boots of travel to a lane, push, and just
Radiant's top
repeat.
tower is under attack.
Very methodical.
Well, this is what we were talking about during the drafting phase. Infused, they've got this great team fighting lineup. That's how their players excel in these games. They know who to focus and what to do, but they often lose out on map control and split pushing.
Yeah.
Which the Rock really do well with.
Yeah, they do. Illusions. Battle Hunger on an illusion. That ain't going to do much.
Well, it does enough damage, it slows them down.
Now they Roche.
He also tests if it's not the real one.
Yeah. And this should be fairly quick now. Look at that. Nagasone is doing Roche whilst finishing off towers.
Multitasking at its finest. Not just towers, though. Exposed racks.
And look how much money he has. 6.5 grand.
He bought a full butterfly and still
Cash
has
ball.
6,400 gold. Cash money.
This could be trouble. They catch Tyrox and Richie out. Is Richie going to get a chance to use Global Silence? He's going to have to do it. He does.
Really
Tidehunter
nice.
backs up, so he can walk back in and ravage at any point. They kill Fodor, but they're going to have all kinds of trouble. Tom and Rhyme are doing an awful lot of damage. Tone uses his BKB. Zuzo, there goes the ravage as well. Rhyme in trouble. Mirana on, they're going to have to back off. Silence is dead. Fodor buys back. Tyrox, what are you doing? He's going to walk up and try and get a good call off. Fodor should die here. Tidehunter doing work, gets a double kill around the back. They're pinging. They want him, but he's going to TP out. He's gone.
Tyrox wanted to blink, but AA ult's still on him.
Yeah, they just won that fight. Rhyme had to back up because he was so low. I think Tyrox thought if Roshan's low here, we can go get him, but he was not low enough.
I've got to say, though, the Rock played that perfectly. They used the song to bait out the BKBs and ultimates from Infused, who then wanted to go downhill. mute on that Tide, sort of running in circles, waiting. Wait, come on, let the BKBs end. Let me have my fun.
Then I'll go in.
Walks in, ravages, down goes Silencer and Bat.
Very nice. Now what? Regroup. Think about going in again.
Regroup and regoose.
Yeah, you got to regoose.
Radiant structures are fortified.
There was a buyback from Rubik there.
That was a misclick. No fortification now for Infused.
Whoops. That was a mistake. The lanes are actually pushing out quite well. Look at this massive, look at how many range creeps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 range creeps.
Roshan has fallen to
Roshan,
the
that was
tower.
quick. It was a half health, but still. The only thing is that the Rock will have to push up into high ground, into Global Silence, into Batrider, so it might be slightly trickier for them, but I mean, I just think that at this point, Nagasiren's got so much. And you've got him and you've got Tom doing an awful lot of damage. You mustn't forget about Mirana. She's got a decent chunk of farm as well.
My question is, how does an Infused outplay the Rock? How do they counter that bait? So when Rhyme uses a song, do they just hold onto the BKBs and not use them? Because then they're going to get ravaged.
Yeah, it's
Do
really
they try and outskill the Tide Ravage?
I think it all comes down to the fact that if you look at the portion of the game when it was going their way, they were getting blink calls and they were getting Batrider lassos as pickoffs, whereas now, anytime it looks like there's going to be trouble, the Rock just group up, just get ready, and then they've got that coordination to come in and out. They've got the song, they've got the Ravage. And they know, I mean, they know where Infused are going to be. The mystery is gone. Like, initially, you had the chance to gank, you had the chance to surprise, and then follow up an attack.
So pretty much the first time in this game, the Rock are leading. 4,000 XP lead after these last couple of fights. Gold-wise,
wow.
That is a big, big difference.
That is.
That's over the past 5 minutes or so. 15k gold,
And look how many
3k
kills,
per minute.
all those kills going their way as well. And this is the thing I was saying about Axe falling off, even with good items. It's just, it's going to be that much harder. They don't have like the disgusting, I mean, I guess actually Silencer can become pretty revolting right clicker, but it's going to be difficult.
Do Infused man mode down mid lane?
They
Looks
do
like,
lack
it looks like they
Look at
definitely
this, they're going
do
to lose
not.
racks. They're going to lose racks right here. They have to try and TP back as fast as they can. Trying to get rid of these illusions, but look at them. They're doing so much work.
Yeah,
pushing down the racks.
He switched too late. He should have started on the range racks.
But I mean, they're having a TP back there just to deal with illusions.
Yeah.
Really on the back foot now.
Okay,
Ryan
right.
has 10,000
Yeah.
gold and is 6 slotted. So,
Well,
Jeez.
it's at the point of the game where you start thinking about selling Radiance.
yeah.
Because it's 55 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Sure, it's still good against Crystal Maiden and Zeus. They're burning. The Naga illusions are still playing a big part in this split push.
Yeah.
So maybe not quite yet.
Yeah, I think it's so good for pushing and keeping them hemmed in. I mean,
But at some point, he's going to want to get another big item to try and help in these team fights. He could go for crits, and then he's just going to be absolutely devastating Infused.
Yeah.
Or he could triple rapier.
yeah.
Triple rapier is definitely
I
an
knew what you
option.
meant. Yeah. Triple rapier.
Yeah.
That would be a thing. Yeah, he could buy a rapier. I don't think he will because it would be. You
Useless
wouldn't.
on
Yeah, you
illusions.
wouldn't want to give that away. Roshan reclaims the Aegis to 3. Does Rhyme have it? No. Who does have it? Okay, yeah, Mirana's got it. So we're coming up on the hour mark. This first game has been a close one.
30 to 32, the only thing really in it is Rhyme's Naga. This is what Infused was scared of. They've been talking about it pretty much every time I go up to them, like, what's your biggest fear when playing
Rhyme's
against the Rock?
Nagasaki. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because what can you do? I mean, he's such a pain in the ass when he gets ahead like that.
The thing
The
is,
song and the Ravage combine so well. Not to mention AA. I mean, I just think you've got to get rid of AA. The problem is that
Let thy heel
Rhyme Stack is
be
good with a bunch of heroes, and they really make AA's ult so much
yeah.
a part of it, the way they play.
Because you can win your aggressive tri lane and win both of your other lanes, but in the mid game, when Naga really starts, building
Arrow
up,
just missing tone there, and this could be it. One misplay here, or one moment of brilliance from either team, could make all the difference.
you really
The
do
only
have
problem
to,
is, you have to kill everybody twice at this stage.
They've all got buyback.
Yeah.
See, at the sort of 20 to 25 minute mark, as Infused, you've got to be in the dire jungle constantly. You've got to be warding. But we saw Rhymes switch to the Radiant jungle and started farming their camps, and you can't physically ward every single camp in the jungle because you need some of it yourself. So limiting Naga's farm against someone like Rhyme who can play efficiently, can constantly know where he needs to be.
700 blast hits he now has.
12,400 gold.
Ridiculous. An unstoppable combine harvester of a farmer.
Automated creep-eating machine.
So they've got a minute left on the Aegis. Do they just jump in there now? You've got Zeus Ags. That's nice. That'll help if you can get that off in the fight. But this is neither team wants to commit here. I think Rhymestack because they just feel they've got an advantage, but they're never going to get caught up on. You know, Infused, it's not like they have heroes that it's like, oh, if you give them another 20 minutes, they'll suddenly become unbeatable. The only thing I would say is that a Zeus Refresher Scepter, it's so far off, but that would help.
Yeah, like you said, they don't have a hard carry. Silencer does scale pretty well into the late game. The only trouble is his main attribute is intelligence. So he doesn't get the extra armor, doesn't get extra HP or attack speed, anything like that. He's getting extra mana pool, which is completely meaningless when you've got items like Hex.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem when you're picking your main carry core hero, apart from Axe, as an int hero, which is why so often we see agi heroes picked. Oh wow, so that's, you know what? He's 7-slotted.
He what?
He is now 7-slotted. He's going to keep that on the courier, switch it out for an item in his inventory, use it, then put it back.
Oh god.
So he might now buy something, you know, buy a refresher, so he got double song, then he's 8-slotted. No, I've seen that from heroes like Faceless Void. I think Burning from DK did that.
Oh really?
Where he had a refresher on the courier.
Refresher on the courier?
Yeah.
Well,
So
you just have it trot along beside you.
So you are 6-slotted with an Axe, and then you've got refresher on the courier, so you switch it out, use your ultimate, then switch it back in.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like being lone
He
druid.
bought Manta.
Okay, here. Oh god, what's happening now? He is 8-slotted.
Make more slots, more!
I need more slots. Increase my backpack size, peasant.
I think if you get over 10,000 gold, you deserve a 7th slot.
Yeah, you can buy an extra item slot.
Yeah.
But again, he can switch their Manta out for an item, use it, then put it back. They need to buy him another courier, so he can have a second courier just
like
follow
a
him
personal
around.
courier for
I
him.
think he might just do that.
Yeah.
BKB was used at bot lane by Tom. I think that was a
I think he
misclick.
could afford it too. Oh really?
Because he used Manta and BKB
It's now only 4
at
seconds.
exactly the same time.
Yeah. Well, I think for the last 10 minutes, I don't think we've seen any kills of any kind.
It's still 30 to 32.
It is, yeah. Very close game in terms
Infused.
of kills. But and look at the XP is now back level. Gold, however, is nearly 20,000 in favor of the Rock.
Infused have got to be sweating. Their backs are up against the wall.
Yeah.
The Rock are hammering on the door.
They need to fight at some point, or I think I'm going to fall asleep.
Mr. P flags everyone.
I'm ready.
Can Infused get a big team fight off? One slip up,
we go.
one mistake, they lose their entire base. Not just
Yeah.
one lane of racks. The game is actually over. So we might see a move of desperation from them, but the Rock still sitting back, holding off their
Look,
lanes.
he has got this courier just carrying his Manta and his Necro. This is so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, but they
fight well.
blink on the wrong guy. Well,
Firefly.
he might die in the fire here.
No,
but the
last word.
Marana Art and the song.
Last word.
They went on Whelp. He does die, but did you see that? Tone looking for more. Might just finish the courier. That's a very expensive courier. That was a very expensive courier. That had about 6 grand's worth of items on it. Anyway, he did get Whelp.
Yeah.
But I think just as he went on, he turned his head and saw there was an Agatha in there. If he could have got Rhyme there, that could have been big. Although he does have buyback, of course.
They take what they can get, really, right? Walking into the middle of them, gets called. In comes Mute with a big Ravage on 2. Can they actually make anything of this? Naga Illusion's going to rip Tyrox to shreds.
so
Tone going to
much
get the hell out of here. Foudal,
Zeus ult,
right?
though. Elliot dies. Fodor is going to burn. Tone running hard. So does Cook. Lots of buybacks. No buybacks.
Had no place here.
Axe dead. In comes Richie. What are you doing? Manning up. Fighting Ryan solo. Just trying to hold him off. Manages to get one. Actually, Richie fighting pretty hard. Arrow misses. Tone there. Richie goes down, running hard from Rhyme. Punch, punch, punch. 5 dead. Rhyme with a double kill.
That was so close. A couple of seconds in that, and Richie could have taken down Rhyme.
Very close. But that's all it takes, I think. Naga Siren's so big at this stage. They were able to get that Ravage. I mean, this is the thing, you know. Do you remember Tidehunter was like a guaranteed pick for quite some time, as was Naga Siren.
So was Keeper of the Light.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you come up against the Tidehunter, you suddenly remember, oh yeah, Ravage is ridiculously good. Rhyme now 780 last hits.
3 lanes being pushed in.
He is angry because there's an awful lot of money sat on a dead courier. Net worth.
Yeah, but
46 grand.
You could just buy the same items again.
Yeah, he could. He's like, screw it, I'll buy more.
Radiant's top
Keep
tower
him.
is under attack.
Can they finally push up into a base here? We'll see.
Rhyme just used Song. Okay, I was joking about the refresher, but yeah. It's happening, guys. Rhyme is almost 9
Radiant's
slotted.
top tower is under attack.
How many slots can he slot?
Well, you can buy infinite couriers, so technically infinite slots if you can micro and transfer items fast enough, but there are only limited items in the game that you can actually do the multi-slot strat with.
Infused, as we're trying to push out, Roche is up in 1 second. There you go. Roche is now up. I wonder if they're going to hope that Rhyme's going for it, try and get a fight off here. But you see the effectiveness of Axe here, it drops off so hard. You hit that stage in the game. When you call people and get them to punch you, and you die because of it, it's like, great, now I've called you and I'm dead. Don't looking for trouble. I think it would take an amazing play from Infused here to win this game.
It's
because they have to kill Rhyme twice, and that's going to be really hard. Dire's courier is respawned. Rhyme's like, great, now I've got my other 3 items.
This is the 6th hero of the Dire squad right now.
What, the courier? Yeah, look at him. He's got farm. This courier's got
Wait,
farm.
he's got more farm than Faudal has? Well done, Mr. Courier.
Oh, the song just catches creeps, and he's walking away. Oh, no, they catch Cook out. All kinds of trouble. Richie going in with the silence. Tone looking for someone. Too much going on. Who does he click on? Rhyme gets lassoed. AAL will catch Rhyme. Are they going to kill him? They might just get him. Elliot doing work. Finally the bongo. And they managed to catch Tone out with the Ravage. Buyback instantly from Nagasar, and Fodor will very low, as is Tom. And they're going to chase Elliot down with the Blink Gush. She's going to freeze. Arrow. And that's a wipe.
I think you can call GG.
I think you've got to.
Only Axe can buy back.
And he does.
He does.
And he
no
wants
choice.
it. Bring it. They're not backing, are they? No. Oh, is he going to use his neckbook? Here we go. Gets the Manta.
Whee!
Gets the Manta. There we go. Now, will he swap it out and get the neckbook creeps? Yeah, swap that out. Have a Lincolns. Get the neckbook. Uses that.
Use Manta, then swap them
Use
back
that.
again. And then
Courier's like, hold on, just give me, hang on, here's your change. And they will push now. And this should, as you say,
God, look at
this
the
should be
swarm.
GG. Tower down. Base being destroyed.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And look at this top, there's a lot of push here as well. Manta illusions from Tom. What can they do here? Infused. Nothing really.
Very little at all.
There's a call, catches Rhyme. But Mute comes in, AALT as well. Cook singing, but it's not going to do anything. Tyrox turns around, he's going to maybe call Fodor, but he's going to die. He's got 100 of health. A couple of auto attacks should do it. Rhyme chasing him down. There you go. A swing of the anchor.
Really well played by the Rock. Methodically, slowly but surely, dragging this game out of the hands of Team Infused.
Shoot me, says Rhyme. 842 last hits. An exhausting 66-minute game. And that will be 1-1. Infused held a 1-game advantage since they
Infused are
qualified.
still going here. They
are
haven't
still
scored
going.
GG. They have been mega creeps, but here comes a song from Rhyme.
Tone wants something. He's gone for Mute. I'm not sure why. Flame break. I think they're just messing with them at this point. And there's a Daedalus on the run.
Lightning bolt just coming off
Come on,
cooldown, but
GG
not
go
quite
next.
enough.
I'm starving. GG!
They listened to you.
There, thank you. Nice to see a nice round of applause from the crowd.
Grona's winning an
Grona's
item
getting the
there. Well
prize.
done.
A fantastic game at times. Some fantastic fights. But 1-1 the score now, and yeah, that was a thing. That was the Naga Siren that they didn't want to see.
Yeah. That was the, you know, the legit, very commonly seen 9-slotted Naga Siren.
Oh my goodness.
What a game.
What
But
do we do now? Do we just go straight to the next, or?
I think we wait. The teams are going to want a break after that
Yeah.
game for sure. I think
Absolutely.
we might give them 5 minutes. So we'll
Yeah.
see you guys in 5 minutes' time.
Yeah, 5 minutes.